with my refrigerator. It has not been. It has not been okay.
My refrigerator's like, leave me alone. It put an alarm on itself. So I'm like, okay.
I had to go buy some WD-40. I was using it so much.
Wow. And you know what I learned during this Corona season? That I don't even like me, really. Like,
really?
I do not want to travel nowhere with me. I get, my neighbors thought I was crying because I had an all-out altercation in my house, a fight with me.
What?
I just want me to leave. So, they started to call a psychiatric unit, but it worked out. But God.
It's so funny. I met some of my new neighbors. I moved this weekend. And they're all in love and they're all excited. And they're like, yeah, we met in the psych unit. And I was like, oh, how's that going? I mean, I don't really know what to say when somebody says they met in the psych ward. I'm like, well, good for you.
Are they in love?
They're in love.
Crazy love's crazy.
Crazy love, and I told him, I'm like, at least somebody understands you. I mean,
exactly. But you know what? Who am I to talk? I'm sitting over by myself. Hey, I need them to give me a number to one of the people at the psychiatric ward. My number's 832.
I'm like, I need to reserve a bed right now. Let me get started.
What's really new story?
Man, I'm so glad you got to come in today because I heard that they just issued another stay-at-home order, and as you see, no one is.
Houston, we are now on house arrest, so y'all can't go nowhere
at all.
Probation. Sylvester Turner is our probation officer, so
yes.
Bars, if you're trying to get drunk, you need to go by noon.
Go to the liquor store because you ain't going there no more.
But the question I have about this whole thing, like with the 12 o'clock shutdown, they should have given us more notice. Like, at least let us have happy hour.
Right.
I don't think that's right. The restaurants used to be at 75%. You're back at 50%.
Wow.
So that means you're still not going to eat if you're going to pop those or something like that. Tubing, water excursions in Houston. First of all, who is in Houston? Who is tubing in Houston? I know they know black people. Black lives matter. We don't do water wells. No, we're not doing it. No. We don't even get brand new tires. We're going to get the huge tires. And there was some other stuff. But you know what? I thought the state, we should not have reopened.
And see, that was the thing. That was like the whole thing back then. It was like this push to reopen. Texas actually at one point about 2 weeks ago was leading the nation with like the lowest or the highest recovery rate or whatever.
Exactly.
Now Texas is like about to be the epicenter of this thing.
It's bad when you see that Texas Children's Hospital is now taking adults.
Wow.
So I thought I thought a lieutenant governor who I just had the opportunity to see on last week. Shout out to the Texas Southern University debate team. RIP to the legendary Dr. T.F. Freeman. Amen. Who, just for the record, Houston, we are now going in the record books for the United States for Dr. T.F. Freeman at Texas Southern University for being the longest teaching educator in United States history.
Get out of here.
70 years. I don't want to be at a job.
That's such an applause.
Then he volunteered 5 more after. So shout out to them. But when I was looking at this guy at his memorial service, I just really wanted to just crawl up there and just shake the crap out of him.
Why did you say the crap or the crack?
Well, either or, whichever one comes. Because he's the one that made the comment. It was so important. It's more important to get the economy going than living. Who voted on that?
Why, really?
That's Russian interference. I didn't vote on that.
Seriously?
That's vote suppression. And I'm looking at him like, are you kidding?
I think everybody is like, I think the theme of 2020 is, are you kidding? Seriously, because I mean, it's just been
2020 need to leave. I'm 2021. I'm just starting writing 2021.
2020 has been an F-bomb all year.
And I came into, I do all the things, the traditional things to bring good luck. I eat the black eyed peas. I'm nice to my neighbors. I apologize to everybody at Fiesta that I've cursed out. I do all these great things for people. But 2020 has not been a good year. I'm still single, and I'm just really upset with that. Your producer's cute. Hey. How old are you? How you doing? I'm gonna call you Freddie. Hey, Freddie. I got Mr. Freddie gonna be my boo thing for this afternoon.
Who cares what your name is? I'm calling you Freddie.
I don't give my real name in public anyway.
Girl,
I have warrants.
Did you see how Isaiah had posted on his Instagram? Isaiah Carey posted that he had shared Mary Benton's post here. It said Turner suggests shaming businesses as part of the crackdown on violations on COVID. I mean, exactly how is this going? You know, because we're going to get our mind's going to go crazy with what you mean by shaming.
Okay, so people don't know what shaming is. For the people in the neighbor's home, for the people on homestead, for the people in next rate ward, that means you get to call them out. That means you get to, you know, in high school you used to clap and write, put them on blast. And I got somebody I want to put on blast.
Roast them.
I want to put somebody on blast right now, bitch.
Who is it?
But it's a smart business. I'm not mad at this man. I want to send a shout out to all my young ladies, my exotic entertainer dancing ladies. You guys do really good with sliding up and down the pole. Whatever you do, you do. Coronavirus. But the owner of Onyx is brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we all know what Onyx is.
Yeah.
Frederick, you know what
But
Onyx
it's a restaurant now, right?
That is quote unquote a restaurant because right before, you know, he seen the signs. So he went to change his business plan, I guess, to it's just a restaurant. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a Christian. Don't laugh. But we all fall short of the glory. And sometimes I go into some places trying to deliver people from sin. And I might have been at Onyx a couple of times and Fox's and a couple other places too. But what I'm saying is they have good chicken wings there. They do.
Was that before Jesus?
How do you... I thought it was brilliant. It's wrong because we all know. But maybe they're not. Maybe I don't know. Girls just walk around with their chest out with chicken wings.
Like I don't know. Out, like,
I don't know how that works. I don't know how it works. But you know what? I can't be mad at it.
That's smart.
That's smart.
Yeah.
They changed it. So people should have done that. But now you have people now finding out this morning. You haven't given them time to plan for their bills.
Exactly.
The first of the month is in another week or so.
Hello, exactly.
So for all these people who are looking forward and they're back at their jobs, it's like, what do I do next? I don't know.
That's the crazy thing. You got all these rich folks making decisions about us regular folks, and it's
about
like, they're like, oh, we're gonna go on 3 more summer vacations before we vote on another stimulus package. What
does it feel like to be a regular person? Because I'm poor.
No, I mean, I'm just updated.
$5.50.
I've only been one for a day, so I don't know.
Okay. You know, I think it's a blessing. You just go to Wendy's and get that 4 for $4.
I love that. That comes in a clutch for real.
Yeah, I gotta do that for me for Valentine's Day. But I was upset and offended because what he did was he broke the 4 for $4 up between 4 women at the same time. So he brought me one little cheeseburger, nothing to drink, nothing to this and that, and this. So you gonna come to my
burger though?
Yeah,
I mean, she must love you the most.
I don't know what some other girls got, but how you gonna give me a dry burger with nothing to drink? And you got the cheese on it. Frank, you gonna get me some cheese?
He probably ate the French fries on the way home.
Baby, shout out to Mr. Jackson and his 4 for $4.
But Jennifer's gonna take this whole put people on blast shame thing to a whole new level.
Let me let you know, if you see Jennifer German, I'm about 5. Well, okay, I can't even say I'm 5 feet, but you know me when you see me. If you open and you're not supposed to be open, I'm gonna shout you out. I'm gonna call you out. So now, only way I won't call you out is you put me a daiquiri and a shot outside. You do it. I'm like, go about your business. So it's just crazy.
Then I'll forget to call. You know.
Yeah,
I don't want to be called Karen, so I'm not going to call either.
Baby, all these Karens, baby. I want to shout out to all the Karens.
Shout out to all the Karens and the Susans and the Beckys.
All the real people whose name is Karen.
Oh my God.
Karen Jillian, Karen Johnson. I am so sorry they are disgracing your name, but these Karens out of control. You cannot. After a lot of black people, we're not even going to be able to breathe in public because they going to talk. I have black people sucking up all the oxygen. These people.
Oh man, the more stupidity you see, I swear you see more new videos every day, and it's like, wow, this is just insane to me.
You know what? I'm blessed and highly flavored today. I am lemon pepper today. But you know, doing all of this, it's really teaching us some back to basic skills.
Amen.
Because a lot of times we get so caught up in social media and these gadgets. Now it's really making us get back to family. Doing this coronavirus, this is the most I've ever seen my whole family together, and we actually had game night.
See?
Yeah, and you know what I figured out?
I love that. Mm-hmm.
We are a family, an African-American family that do not know how to play dominoes. Nobody knows how to play dominoes. Everybody, they're not 15, give me 17. Ain't no 17, man. What is
Well, I guess with this new stay-at-home order, you're going to get to learn.
Baby,
we're going to go back in the house.
It's crazy.
Oh my God! Everybody's like, no, not back in the house. I mean, it's like we're just. It's definitely very frustrating, you know. But Jennifer, I know how long have you been doing comedy now? I mean, forever, right?
Forever. I started in like 99, I get 99.
Really? I didn't realize you did that. Girl,
but it's been a struggle. And people ask me, you know, why hadn't it been more, you know, why aren't you this? My struggle has always been, I've always had surgeries. I struggle with fibroid tumor. So I'm unable to have children. I was saddened by it. But now I realize what you can do whenever you want. I'm extremely excited about that. But I just kept having surgeries, like setback after setback. But you know what? When something's your passion, you hang in there. And so I've hung in there, and I've been blessed, and I've had some really awesome things to happen because of it. So I'm good.
I know. And you know, it's so interesting because last Funny Friday we had Kristen Linder on, and
she's a brassy broad. Hey, Kristen.
we were talking about how, you know, as women in the industry, it's such a different come up. And I've been doing it. It'll be 10 years in October. Been doing stand up 10 years, and it's crazy because, you know, even Seinfeld said it, you don't even know if you want to be a comedian until you're about 10 years in. And I think it's just because you just change so much as a person. You grow. Because when I started, I was in my early 20s. See,
and so now my view on life has changed. And I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't my goal to be a comedian.
Right.
I went to school and studied theater.
I know you're a teacher.
And minored in communications. Got my master's in mass communications.
Nice.
Now, what I was going to do with it, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just went to college, had a lot of drinks, and had a good time, and accidentally graduated.
That's a great degree to have, communication. You can use that for anything.
A lot of stuff with that. But I ended up doing comedy off of a dare by Renee. Yes. Renee, he's out in California now. I used to work at Foley's Corporate downtown, and he was always saying, "You're so funny. I dare you, but you can't get on stage and do it." And we made an alcohol beverage bet.
Okay.
And so the first night I went to the Laugh Stop. Shout out to all the original Laugh Stop comics. Yeah. Mark Babbitt. First night I went to just check it out.
Yeah.
And I was always told at Texas Southern that I was always funny. And even when I was a part of the debate team, they would always give me comical pieces.
Oh,
so the first night I got up there, I watched. So the second time I said, I'm ready. I got up there, I was nervous. And see, when you're a newbie, you're a rookie, they always have to embarrass you. I remember John Wesley getting on the mic and saying, "We have a virgin to the mic." And I'm like,
oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And so
pop the cherry.
I did it, and people laughed, and I had no material. I just got up there and Renee was like, "You are really crazy." I said, "For real?" So when did the drink start? You know, so it was. You
had like no stage fright, no nervousness. You were just like,
well, you know, because I've always done plays. Okay. My whole life, I've been in production since my first time ever doing a play. I was like, first of all, I started talking like it probably a year old.
Wow.
And so I've been talking my whole life, and from the moment I could talk, I've always been an entertainer. Like, we would have family get-togethers, and I would be the entertainer. I used to be the baddest, coldest Diana Ross in the building.
I was Madonna. So.
I would go get my mama's long towels and wrap around my head and do this the whole time. Reach out and touch somebody's head. And I wrote another song called "It's All About Me." Then I had another. I used to be a rapper. I used to perform at the Juneteenth Festival Park. My first big gig was opening up for this rapper from Houston named YZ. And his song was "Who's the Man with the Master Plan?" The master plan. I got to open up for him at Super State.
That's awesome.
And my mom and my dad was there. And it's sad to say that our first song, the name of my group was Two of a Different Kind.
Okay.
And it was me and my cousin. I was Lady J, and she was Lady K or something. And I'm too embarrassed to say what the name of our first song was.
Why? Come on, Nate. Come on, comedian.
Okay, we had to think of songs that people would relate to.
Yeah.
So our first song was "I'm on my period. Get off my job." And
hey, dude, I'm serious. As much that.
Yes,
I can see women like,
because this is Jamie. I'm on my period. Get off my job. I'm on my period. Get off my job. I got this white pants on and I'm singing this song, but I'm scared to like groove ball. It was, and my mom and my dad.
I love it already. I want to hear the rest of it.
And my mom and my dad was looking like, what the? My dad was like, please tell me they gave us the wrong kid. So they were ultimately embarrassed. So when I started comedy, before I actually started graduate school, I told my dad when I started really liking comedy. Well, first of all, I didn't realize I was supposed to make money. I did not know. I thought it was all about the free drinks.
And the promoters hoped you didn't know too.
Yeah. They enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
So I thought I was just going to go and get on these people's stage and talk crap and say dirty stuff and get free drinks. And the first time I got paid, girl, I was offended. Let me tell you what had happened. What had happened was at the last stop. And Mark Babbitt, I got to do a show, and I was like, woo! And so he said, here you go. He gave me this white envelope. I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm in trouble. They found out how many drinks I've been getting here. So, and I looked at it, and it was money. And the first thing I said was, wait a minute! What is this for? Why is my friend giving me money? What does this mean? And I went up, I said, excuse me. He was like, what? He was like, what's wrong? Why are you giving me money? I'm not that type of girl. I don't do that. He said, Jennifer, you're paid for the show. You've never been paid for your work?
Wow.
No. He was like, come, you need to sit in my office so I can have a conversation with you so you can start getting paid. So I thought I was getting paid to listening for sex. And these people are not paying you for doing the show. I thank God I didn't get that money back. So it was embarrassing. So my dad saw my show. And he heard my mouth was potty. Oh,
I remember the first time my dad came, I was like, oh my God.
He heard my mouth, and my dad was just sat in the audience and shook his head. He was like, well, she gonna go to church on Sunday. She gonna go to church and praise the Lord. She gonna get me a cross man. And my God, I stayed today. What you think? And he was like, Jennifer, you said, and you said, and you said. I said, but Daddy, they paid me this. He opened my envelope. He was like, okay, we're going to say like jokes tomorrow. My dad wrote like 8 jokes and every one of them had like 12 curse words in it. So I was like, okay, stop.
Oh my God. I think that was absolutely the hardest show I ever did. My dad only came to one show.
Wow.
That was it, right? But it was so embarrassing because I was up there talking about sex and masturbation and things like that.
And it's completely healthy.
And my dad was like sitting right there, and I'm like, my body's like turning this way. I'm trying not to look at him. I'm like, oh my God.
But you know what? That's funny is my dad told me he learned a lot about me.
Oh, yeah, he did
said,
say that.
I didn't know that you drank like a fish. Because I would always call my godfather to come get me out of trouble. And so when I would talk about the stuff I did at school and all this, he was just looking like, so when were you going to tell me that? And when were you going to tell me that? I was like, well, Dad, it's a long story. These are jokes. He said, you said that it's too believable. So I was like, Daddy, I'm still a virgin. Almost. Well, Daddy's conversation we'll have another day because I just could not tell my father at that moment that you had that stuff on. I said on stage, I've done twice. Frederick, don't get scared. I'll be gentle.
Hey, they say there's great things in older women because, it's that experience.
Exactly.
I had the nerve. Somebody had the nerve. It was 43-year-old man had the nerve to call me a cougar. I'm like, how you going to call me a cougar when we're the same age? Like, that's crazy. I'm not 43.
Let me set people straight. I'm not a cougar.
But I'm not a cougar either.
I'm 45, thick in the thighs, and still alive. I'm not a cougar. Yes. I am a jaguar, boo. You better check my Yelp reviews. It's good over here, baby. This grade A, baby. This not that chicken you get at the Tyson's Over Factory. Baby, homegrown, baby. Homestead. Shout out to all my people in Homestead.
I love Jennifer. She is so much fun. Shout out to Sabrina a lot. Sabrina, girl, she's adopted 2 new babies and she's been mommy on mommy duty. It is so beautiful to see her.
And that's the one thing that I hate. With me being sick and suffering with fibroids, and I'm actually getting ready to do my first book about that.
Okay.
And I can't come up with a title for it just yet, but I had to have a hysterectomy, so I can't have children. Mm-hmm. So when guys be like, "Oh, I'll knock that up and get you pregnant," I'm like, "Sure, let's try." You can shoot this club up; it's just gonna lay there and play dead. It's not going nowhere. So it was hurtful. It was hurtful. Yeah. I had a nervous breakdown. I really went through. At one point I couldn't go to baby showers, and it just was uncomfortable. But now I'm getting better with it.
Yeah.
So when I seen Sabrina go through the process of being able to get her daughters, it was so beautiful. That was like a moment reflection, say, this could be you one day.
It really can. Yeah. My mom's adopted, and like I'm so grateful to my grandparents that adopted my mom. You know what I mean? Because my mom and my uncle, and maybe it changed my life. You know what I mean? Because they really were there to help with the parts my mom was damaged from. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so it's really, I think there's a lot of kids that need love, and just because I'm telling you, once you have that baby in your arms, you don't care if you gave birth or not at all. You really don't. It's like step kids. We love our step kids. I mean,
I told my mom, I didn't feel complete because I didn't have all the good stuff inside of me anymore. She said, "Girl, it's overrated." I said, "Well, I want to experience a childbirth." No, and next thing I know, my mom kicked me in my thigh. I said, "Mama, why did you kick me?" She said, "That's childbirth."
Yeah. Oh yeah, it feels like. So my first one, I was able to have an epidural. My second one, I have scoliosis, so my spine had already curved all the way.
Wow.
So I had to have him natural. When they say it literally feels like all the bones in your body crushing at one time, it does. That's why I don't have no more.
Wow.
So it's over. I mean, childbirth is overrated.
The funniest story I've heard about childbirth, I had a young lady, and I feel so horrible. She just completed her freshman year. She was on drill team. And she was one of my babies. And she would say, "Miss Jeremy, I got something to tell you." She told me she was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
I was like, "Okay, so how do you tell your dad? You told your dad yet?" She was like, "No." And every day I would go, "Did you tell your dad?" "No." I said, "Well, send him a text message. He's going to come to the school. Write him a letter. He's going to come to school." And I gave her all these options. And she said, "No." I said, "Well, girl, I don't know. Just leave him a note on the refrigerator." This girl put a note on the refrigerator. Her dad worked that night. So when he came in that morning, she was at school. Her dad showed up at the school, and I was like, "I am so sorry." She said, "If I don't see y'all again, I love y'all." Yep. And then when she came back, after she had the baby, she did a speech for me. And her speech was about informative speech on childbirth. And her starting statement was, "I almost died." Y'all don't understand. I almost died. That baby almost killed me. Seriously. Don't do it. Like, she was in her speech, she was so passionate. She was in tears, and she was telling me, "It hurts. It feels like somebody's trying to bust what did she call it? A boil off the pinky toe." And she was just had me laughing. And you know what? For a moment, I was like, maybe childbirth ain't good for me, because I don't know. Do they let you smoke when you go into childbirth? So, but I do miss that aspect, because there's a lot of dudes I would love to get pregnant. I wish guys could get pregnant. Like this dude, he's a Kappa. I remember a Kappa Alpha Psi, Sherrod. "So you're having my baby."
Don't you wish we could get them pregnant from us? Yeah. I wish they could experience. That would be hilarious.
I get tired of stalking dudes. It's just ridiculous, because I'm a professional stalker, y'all. Look, I have been stalking some guys since high school. And like Sean Wilburn, he's a pastor now. I don't creep up in his church, but he got like the best ushers in the world. They're like the CIA agents for the Lord, so they know how to keep me out of there. One time I joined the church because the minister was cute. I did. Shout out to Reverend Dixon.
It's funny how God will put something in your face to remind you of your ways, because I remember when I auditioned for Lakewood, it was like this really unattractive older guy, and I was like not attracted to him at all, and because I had to sing a cappella, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I could do this for him," right? Then God was like, and then he goes, "Oh, not me." He goes, "You're going to audition for that guy right there." And of course, in walks the guy would totally go out with in the moment. You know what I mean? And it was like, "How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it?" But that's been the consistent message the whole time. And I'm like, I feel bad. This is like my section leader. I'm all flirting with him, and it's church, so it kind of feels weird. I think going to church to meet people is weird to me. Like,
you're flirting in church.
Yeah, I was.
You know what? I was. I need to date me a sinner first.
We all are, honey. We all are.
Because really, the sinner boys are the best boys.
You know what they say about the church girls are the wildest freaks.
That's why I went to church. Shout out to my church, my people.
Yes. You get your new boyfriend nervous.
Fred, you don't run. You don't scream, I won't holler. Somebody's gonna really file sexual harassment on me, and I'm just gonna go before Judge Judy and say, "Yeah, I did it. I'm sorry."
Jennifer, let's find out why you're single today, because you're a great catch, and I know you've been
and
like
my
really
Yelp reviews
going
are awesome.
Do you ask for a review when they leave? I mean, how does
that give one?
How is that?
Awesome.
If you had an extra good time, I would appreciate 5 stars.
You hit me with the 5-star. Oh, yeah. I'm a 5-star chick. I got 5-star DJ.
What's the dating life been like for you?
Horrible.
What have you done to try to meet people though?
Stalk people.
That's not it, Jennifer.
I tried to date. I went out with one of my students' fathers. I thought that was interesting.
Okay.
But he failed to tell me that his father had just gotten out of prison. And
okay.
So.
Well, there's a part of that you could appreciate.
Right, yeah, but when I can't go out to eat with a man that eats like this, what? Nobody's gonna take your cornbread, baby. Stop.
Just take them home. You know what I'm saying?
But what was embarrassing and uncomfortable was I respect the fact that he had the gall to do it.
Yeah.
But I just felt so delicious. He had wined and dined. Now, first of all, he know how to spend money. That's what I love, men that spend money. Okay, who money you got? Spend it. Okay. How he wooed me was I got a big bouquet of flowers at Smiley High School. Smiley. I love my babies from Smiley. Oh gosh, he sent me some flowers, and I was like, "Who sent me flowers?" And the first thing I think of, who did I sleep with last night? Who did I sleep with a week ago? I forgot. Okay, so. It wasn't none of him, so I was like, okay, so cool. So the next day, I got a bouquet of balloons and some candy. I was like, oh, okay. And the secretary was like, what have you been doing to get this attention? I said, girl, I don't know what she did. But she evidently has been walking out my house that night. And then he sent the last thing. He said, he sent a note, can I buy you lunch? I said, sure. He said, what would you like? I'm like, well, shoot. I said, I want shrimp. I told everything I wanted from the menu from Papa's. He bought everything.
Nice.
And said, now when do I get to take you out? And we went on a first date, and the little boy forgot to tell me his dad just got out of prison. And he told me, but what I was just shocked and awe about, I don't know if I was disgusted or turned on. He said, now look, I've done all this, I'm wooing you. So how long is it going to take for me to get some?
That's a turn off. Right.
I'm like, I wish I had the balls.
You might have got some. You want to open your mouth.
Exactly, because he
like you really was gonna get some.
He was paying out the pocket to not get shoot. If you shut up, right? Girl, I gotta tell you about the $700 date that I had.
Tell me about that one.
Oh Jesus.
I know you got stories, girl. Now.
Girl, my date life is like should have a category section like they have in Pornhub. Okay,
let's pause that. We got to take a break real quick. When we come back, we're going to talk to Jennifer, comedian Jennifer Germany, in the building today. It is Funny Fridays here on the all new Matchmaker Hotline, and you're listening to Edge Radio at 101.7 FM, 1540 AM. It's your girl Matchmaker Amber. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Y'all stay tuned.
Edge Radio Network, where we have conscious conversations.
Edge is about love, relationships, and healing.
Edge Radio is for everyone and about everyone.
Edge is about working together.
Edge Radio is about recreating a beautiful body.
Edge is about community, synergy, and empowerment.
Edge is about being kind, compassionate, and loving to all.
And Edge Radio is about beauty and fashion.
各位观众 ，Edge Radio 是大家最好听的一个电台，不要忘记听哦。Yeah, I love Edge Radio. You can hear all about the topic and join us soon.
Edge is about being on the edge and not jumping. Yes.
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters. Been feeling a little edgy lately? Listen to Edge Radio. That'll push you over the top. 1540 AM and 101.7 FM.
back into the all new Matchmaker Hotline. It's Funny Fridays.
Yeah.
We got comedian Jennifer Jeremy.
Yes, what's good?
You guys are listening to Edge Radio. If you want to join in on the show today, you got some questions for us, you got some funny topics you want to discuss, or maybe what's going on.
Or if you're single,
stay at home order, or if you're single and you want to meet Jennifer, holler in, call us 281-587-1540. I will help her filter because I'm a helper.
Please, because I just been having oh gosh, I just can't seem to find Mr. Right. I'm running this into Mr. Mr. Really, Mr. You that broke.
That's what
Mr. You want me to pay. My dating life has been deplorable. Like one time I had my dad to come pick me up from a date. I can't. My dad had to come and get me. Because, see, the guy asked me, did I want to go to Sawgrass?
Yeah.
I thought, cool, I'm going to Sawgrass.
Yeah.
And then I noticed when we got there, we're eating, and he's saying things like, do you think I should have the porterhouse or the T-bone? I'm like, I don't know. Get whatever you want.
Right.
And then he would say, do you think I should get a dessert? I think I want to get a dessert. I'm like, why does he keep asking me what should he get?
Is he thinking you're going to pay or something?
Girl, he said, his words were, I'm going to help you out with this. What? You invited me. So this is what I did. I grinned. I smiled. Okay. I went into the bathroom. I called my daddy. Thank you, Daddy. My daddy got there in like 15 minutes. And I said, Daddy, let me know when you're here. So when I went back to the table, my phone started vibrating. I said, oh, you know what? This sounds like this is important. This is my cousin. I need to find out what's going on. He said, yeah. Sure, make sure everything's good. You think I should get another cheesecake? Baby, I made a beeline to the emergency exit, told the waitress that he will be paying for that, and I explained to her what was going on. I hopped in the truck with my dad. It took he was so slow. Wow. It took him 20 minutes to call me and say, what's going on? Are you good? I said, boy, I'm at my house. Bye. So it's just horrible.
I think that happened to me one time too. I met a guy. He had like been stalking me on social media, right?
Okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, let's meet at Papa Do's. Let's go to dinner." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "I don't, really feel comfortable just meeting, whatever."
Yeah.
I'm like, "It's fine. We go to Papa Do's." So I went to Papa Do's, and we just happened to have like another couple there or something. I don't remember who was there, but there was somebody else that was there too. Just because it's like a guy I never knew, right? Kind of stalkerish. And so, long story short, he ate, and then he ate with like salad and bread and like basic stuff like that. I'm like, aren't you gonna order? No, I'm not hungry, that sort of thing. Then when the ticket came, he was like, he gave it to me. I was like, what? Wait a minute. What? Well, I just ordered a salad and bread. I was like, but the salad at Papa Do's is about $15. So, and your drink is $3 or $4. So, you still spend $20 even when you ain't eating nothing.
Exactly. And
well, I look like paying for your, I said I ain't paying for it. You don't wash dishes. I ain't paying for it, though.
I have a problem with you do for me, I'll do for you, you do for me, I'll do for you.
Exactly.
But if you ask the rule, guys, pay attention to this. Mama gonna help you. If you ask me out, it's understood you are
paying for it. That's
right. It's not going to take you out.
I would pay for it.
Well, no, say that. I can't do that.
That's why I'm not asking you out.
I mean, because I would pay for it. You want to pay for it for $4.
What happened with your $700 date?
Okay. I thought I met the man of my absolute dream.
Yes.
He was articulate. He spoke in complete sentences, well-groomed, well-mannered.
It's funny, the first things teachers list is their important things for complete sentences.
He was a cutie. I can't call out the fraternities in.
Okay.
But I love him. And I love everything about him. He was great. I mean, we had been dating. We met like May 20-something. Because I had a show in Killeen.
Was this year?
19.
Okay.
And so I went to Killeen to perform. And so my place was just saying,
oh yeah, May. We're in quarantine. Hold on.
This guy wanted to meet you. I was like, okay. So I walk up. He said, oh, so you're Dallas. I'm like, yeah. And so we got to chat, had a great conversation. Our first date was the next day.
Okay.
after that, we were.
But see, that's an interested man. Like, I'm telling you, ladies, men that don't call, don't text, they delay, they're not into you. Trust me, if a man is into you, you will know, and he will be on you like white on rice.
Well, yeah, but this one, let me tell you, be careful that white on rice, baby. Because
you get stuck.
Be careful what the white stuff is on the rice, okay? He's a regular guy, and I'm like, gosh, okay. But you know, being a comedian is hard dating.
Oh, it's impossible. I swear.
Because they don't understand that, yeah, sometimes I have to tour with men. Sometimes you even have to share rooms with, yeah. You know, so most guys are kind of like, and I don't want you to put me on stage. And I'm like, okay.
It's what they love about you is what they hate in the end.
Yes.
I'm telling you, that's why I'm telling you, it is the, I've had guys tell me, go back to school, become a nurse, or be a teacher, or do something else, then we can get married. I'm like, I'm an entertainer. Like, I'm
not that girl. I'm not
that girl. But you would be so good with kids. No, okay, no, I'm not. I'm not, though.
And so the guy was, and I told him, he was like, so why are you single? And I told him, I said, it's kind of hard being a comedian, and you know. He said, well, you're not making enough time. I said, well, yes, I am making enough time. You know, I said, but if I'm not dating or going out, I'm not going to sit at home. So what I ended up doing was, we ended up talking. He ended up hurting his leg or something. And so we waited a week, because he lives in Houston, I live in Houston. So he called, and he was just like, I can't wait another minute. I got to see you. Because he told me how he messed up his leg. He said, I got to have this surgery, and I really need to see you again. I said, really?
Wow.
Yeah. I said, okay, great.
Which was that?
Met him at the Hilton. Took him to a nice dinner. Oh, when I tell you, ladies, this is the most expensive day of my life. And it was nice. And so what ended up happening was, everything was great. And he was like, okay, I can't go into details, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. We are grown. And so he was like, we're going to stay tonight. Yeah. We're going to stay tonight? Okay, cool. And the whole time I'm thinking, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Because he's too perfect. He's too perfect. And I told him about Cobb. He said, you know what? I'm not scared of that. He said, because let me tell you, if you were my woman, wherever you were at to perform, I will be right there with you. I will support you. I'm like, any man that can handle that. Is it? Oh, he knew all the right things.
He's so support you and stop you.
Yeah, he had me on speaker. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't know if I'm relationship ready yet because of my schedule. Because at that time, I was still touring with Eddie, the Teachers Only comedy tour. Shout out to Eddie B. Shout out to Eddie B. I was getting ready to do the show with Vivica Fox and all that. So I had a lot of things going. But my thing is, whenever I'm dating somebody, I don't go into it looking for a husband. But first, I'm marrying you, okay? I don't go into it saying...
You heard it first here on Edge Radio. So for Johnny, we'll be getting married to producer Freddie that we don't.
So I didn't go into it at the beginning thinking, this is my husband.
Right.
I'm going to marry him.
Yeah.
He's mine.
Yeah.
No, just like, you know what? If it works out, great.
Yep.
If it doesn't work out, great. Now, mind you, we had started dating. Our first official date was like June 1st.
Okay.
We had been sick. Everything was perfect. And then, women, trust your womanly intuition. It's never lead you wrong.
Amen.
Something told me, said, Jennifer, you need to look out for this. You need to ask this question. And one of the first things I ask guys is, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a wife? Do you have an ex-wife? Do you have a girl that you sleep with that you obligated to, that you don't claim?
Does anybody here think that you're a girlfriend? Or your wife? You don't think that, but they think that.
My favorite question is, are you gay? If you're gay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But you're not my type.
And so are many other cover brothers, man. I'm telling you.
So I asked all the questions up front, and it's not that I'm trying to be rude. I'm just looking out and protecting me.
What you like?
Well, I remember asking. He said, no. I'm single.
Okay.
I found out this man had a whole girlfriend.
Oh, Lord.
The last time I asked him, we had a discussion on like Saturday. And he came clean to me on a Sunday that he did. And I knew the lady. And I felt horrible.
No.
I did.
Awkward.
I felt horrible. I was embarrassed for myself because I'm like, where did I miss? I mean, because he was good. I mean, he was smooth operator. He was better than Michael Jackson. He walked to me. And so I felt terrible. I felt horrible about it. And then because I knew it's girl code, let me tell you something, ladies, you gotta adhere to the G code, the girl code. If you know the truth, I didn't have to, but
you got to.
I'm gonna put it all on.
You got to though. Yeah.
And, I was hurt a little bit because I started vibing with. I'm like, maybe I could do this. But I was like, nah. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna beat the hell out of him. And if you know anything about Northside girls,
oh yeah,
from off of Homestead,
I kind of did that.
That Mount of Marvin for life. We don't mind. Don't get these degrees twisted. But he had to tell me, and so I was upset, and so I everything just came out, and I was really disappointed in character. My thing is, when I date someone, be honest with me.
Amen.
Just be straight up. I would like.
Let me decide.
Exactly. I would love an ugly truth than a pretty lie.
Amen.
But the blessing out of it came when all the dust had settled, and I was like, is he a good person?
Right.
When I evaluated, I said, he's a good person. But he did a terrible thing.
Right.
So how do we go forward? And my thing is, a lot of my exes, I'm still friends with.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm friends with. I get mad, I let it out, and when I'm done with it, I'm over it.
I'm over it, yeah.
Some people say, you're so bipolar. I just don't believe in holding on to hate and anger because it's unnecessary, and that's not my character. But the beauty of it all is I prayed on. I had to get in deep prayer because I was like, God, I don't want to take this baggage into the next relationship you bless me with. Because when I look at the good and the bad of it, he was a great person.
Yeah.
He just did a terrible thing.
Exactly.
But what I was giving credit for was he was man enough. It took about 2 months. I had just had to settle. He apologized and gave me one of the most sincere apologies on the planet. And I am a sucker for a big apology. And I said, you know what? And I told him, like I'm telling you, you did a terrible thing, but I think you're a good person.
Yeah.
I said, I want you to be happy wherever you want to be at. And I said, but you should have told me the truth. And he was like, I feel bad because you're not that type of girl. You're this, that, and the other. And I hate mushy breakups. I like the breakups where
you hate each other.
You hate each other. Like this one dude I broke up with, that he still got a scar on his face from the breakup because you don't break up unless I tell you to. But
you hear that, Freddie?
Yeah. Until death do us part. So now it's kind of like, can we be friends? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because that would be too complicated. But because he gave an apology and he owned up to all of his wrong, I'm a Christian. I'm going to forgive you. Now, we good. It's water under the bridge.
Did he tell her too?
What?
Everything that's going on?
I didn't ask because at that point it wasn't my thing. My thing was I was more concerned for her because I know if I was hurt and she had been with him, just imagine. You dating this guy longer than I've known him, and you find this out. He's been having a whole other outside relationship for like 7-8 months. And
I think that's worse for girls.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're having sex with other girls, but if you actually commit to another girl, that's crazy.
People have, but one thing I told him, I said, I'm not going to disparage your name. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I said because it takes a real man to apologize and own your wrong. And I said, as far as I'm concerned, you are good with me. If I see you, you don't have to worry about me talking trash because that's not me.
I'm not going to roast you on the spot.
I'm not going to. If you show that's coming to you,
you will get roasted. I promise.
But I forgave and let it go. And then I remember him calling me one day and just let me check back and see if she really not going to dog the hell out of me. And I was like, no, I'm good. I want you to be happy. Because I don't want to hold on to hate because that means the other person has more energy over you. And what I figured,
it's so true.
That was a bullet dodged for me, and that means God has something greater for me. So, I'm good, Sometimes.
We got a viewer writing in. They want to know, do you ever do a background check on someone before? It's Paul. Shout out to celebrity chef Paul writing in. He was on this week for the Battle of the Sexes, and the guys won. Boo. But he says, do you ever do a background check on someone before you go out so you can call him out on his BS?
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Because you know what? Had I done my background check ahead of time, and not just with the last guy, but the guy my ex from a long time ago that almost had me sent to jail. That's another.
But see, that's why we gotta really, as women, we gotta check our own issues because we can still do a background check. And let's be honest, we're still gonna go and they find. You remember that? What was that guy? Jeremy, the guy with the real blue eyes, the real light skin.
Oh yeah,
the criminal.
I would have looked over his police.
Girls were putting money. He had a whole wife, right? And girls were putting like $20,000-$30,000 on his books. And they were just waiting, and then he got him a billionaire heiress, and now he said,
"I am not mad."
That's what I'm saying. Girls,
what's the point? I'm like,
I don't think girls care about a background check if they like the guy.
But you know what? I think it's important now because another ex that I dated, he almost tried to kill me, and that's how you know your vagina is grade A.
That good.
Or when they try to kill you for it.
If you ain't never been trying to be killed, you probably ain't got nothing.
A man truly loves you when he tries to kill you inside of the last stop.
Get over here! In front of me?
Yes. Okay.
Girl, what you did to him?
Girl. No, what happened was, here I am on college campus. You know, maybe I need to date dumb guys because he was very articulate. He was in law school.
You would not enjoy that at
all. I don't know because every time I run across the ones that are articulate, well spoken, and all this good stuff, it just don't never go right. He was in law school, and he was a church guy, and it's just everything. He wanted to take me out. We went out. I told him I was a comedian. So he came to the last stop. We were the last stop. I was like, "Do you want a drink? I don't know if you drink." He was like, "Yeah." You know, because we got discounted drinks. I got him all the drinks. Then all of a sudden, Al Freeman, shout out, that is my boy.
Shout out Al Freeman. Yes.
Oh, that's my big
one of my comedy mentors.
Yes. We were in the back talking business for a show.
Yeah.
And so I should have known sound of one lady's literally. Trust your female intuition. It will never leave you wrong. I should have known something was wrong with this particular guy. And I would say his name, Noel Jenkins. May you stay locked up in the terror unit. Okay. I meant that.
It's time to put people on blast.
this point, I should have known something was wrong. We went on a first date. It was cool. And when he went to drop me back off at my home, because at the time I was still staying with my parents, he got emotional. Now, mind you, I hadn't touched him.
First date?
First date. Hadn't touched him. I haven't even did the thing where you accidentally swing your booty across. Right. I hadn't touched this man, and he was emotional. He didn't want to leave. I was like, "Oh, he knows it's good over here." Well, that was a sign that something was crazy. 2, ladies, when you're talking to men, if they never say a positive thing about their mother, their sister, or women, if they're your problem, run. I did not get that at that time.
I learned the hard way.
I got it.
I thought the worst thing was a mama's boy. The worst thing is a man that hates a woman. His mama. That's the worst.
Every time he talked about his mom, he would say he hated her and this, that, and the other. Yeah. That was sign number 2. But the third and the ultimate sign was, I took him to the comedy club. He was drinking, and I said, I need to run back and talk to Al. Al and I were in the back talking about a show, and this man literally busted in the back and said, "Come here." I said, "What the hell?" I said, "Everything okay?" "Come here now. You're not going to do this to me." I was like, "What?" Al looking at me like, "Girl, don't you go outside." I said, "No, I'm good. I'm going to stand outside in front of the light." And so he was like, "I see you." I said, "You see me doing what?" "I see you over there kissing that man in the mouth." I said, "Wow." He said, "That man." I said, "Al." He was like, "Yeah." I said, "You know what? You're crazy. So let me get my stuff."
Yeah.
And get out of here. I got myself out of his car and I went to back in the club, and Al was like, "Don't you go back outside. This man is crazy." Now mind you, this was open mic Monday night. It's packed.
Oh my God.
So I'm thinking the man is gone. This man comes back into the club, snatches me. They had a telephone booth right there. My head hits the telephone booth. And you know, for a lot of times people, you know, I would do this if a man hit me.
I hate that.
You don't know what you would do. Because it shocked me like, this man goes to church. This man did the Bible school thing. And what's crazy was Martin Finkelstein, who I love to death. Out of all the men at the Houston last stop, all the big guys, the smallest runt of the bunch, my boo-boo, jumped in and said, "You're not going to do that." I was like, "Oh, Marty, move, because he going to beat you and me up." Never do it, Marty. Then Al was my lifesaver. Al jumped in. Him and the man went outside, and the altercation happened. The police came. I called my daddy because I always call my daddy.
Wow.
My daddy came. Now, the most embarrassing part was when my daddy came. He was ticked off. The man goes in front of my daddy. And by this time, we're like a month in or two into dating. The man goes to my father and said, "You don't know your daughter. You don't know your daughter. She's not going to sleep with me and treat me like crap the next day." And I'm looking at the male comments at the last time going, "What's wrong with that?" And I'm going, "Oh my God, did you just tell my daddy that? Oh my God, did you just tell my daddy?" I was embarrassed. And I was just like, "Daddy." My dad about to get in the truck. He said, "Your man stay away from my child." And the beauty of Al, I'm forever grateful for Al. Went to jail for me.
Are you serious?
I had to take both parties. Al, that's why nobody can ever say anything bad about Al D. Freeman.
Amen.
Because he stepped up, and this guy was way bigger than Al. And he was like, "No, that's my sister. I'm not gonna let you do that." And girls, this is the reason why you do a background check. And he made a great point. About 3 weeks later, I get a phone call from Harris County Court. And they said, "Is this Jonathan German?" I said, "Yeah." "Do you by chance know Noel Jenkins?" And I'm calling his name out because, ladies, he is dangerous. When he get out, do not fall for it. They was like, "How do you know him?" And I told him, I said, "He crazy." They said, "Well, do you mind coming to court and testifying?" I said, "Testifying what?" They said, "We'll tell you when you get here." I got there and found out that this guy was wanted for aggravated sexual assault in 3 different states.
What?
And they let me see one of the pictures of one of the young ladies, and my heart dropped. And the lady was like, "Had Al not stepped in for you, this would have been you."
Wow.
And that shook my. So girls, I know it's going to pain you to pay that $24. That's the best $24 you can spend because I never thought I could be a victim of domestic violence because I'm from the hood. But when it happens, you don't realize that it's happening.
Seriously, I went through the same thing. I dated a guy, this was like 2014, and we met. He worked at a TV station, and I'm like, we speak the same language, and he got me with the spiritual. This is why you got to be careful on the spiritual part, because now I realize when a man says he's spiritual, you got to say,
from what spirit?
From what spirit? Because, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, long story short, at the time I was producing my own night at the Houston Improv, and I had a show. We did a singles event before. I went to change clothes. So there was like a 30-minute window from 7:30 to 8, and I was like, I need to go change clothes. Meet me in the green room. He didn't. I literally come out 8 o'clock. I'm opening the show. I look across the theater, and he's way over to the right. Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting by the stairs because I'm coming up and down, bringing on comedians. And I'm sitting there, and he's texting me, blowing me up, saying, "I see you sitting with that man right now. I see you trying to be on a date right in front of me." And I'm like, "Are you nuts?" And that night he got crazy, and I had to cut him off because, listen, they will hit you or act crazy once, they will do it again.
Yeah, it's sad because it's like in this generation, you have to really, 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 really be careful. And, my high school students, when they are calling themselves in love, and even some of my college students I teach, I'm like, look, you better think about that. Yeah. Like you said, a background check is important. Ask people that know it. And if it seems too perfect, y'all better keep...
And if there's not a background check, if there's nothing on the background check, I just read a thing where a beauty blogger was murdered after 10 years of being with her boyfriend. You know what I mean? It's just, you can't ignore the signs of the emotional things and find out what their relationship is like with their mother. I cannot stress that enough. We got to take a quick break. Celebrity Chef Paul is writing in, and he wants to know, at what point do you think it's acceptable to be intimate, because anything you gain hastily does not flourish? Do you agree with that? So when we come back, if you want to chime into the hotline, give us a call. We'd love to hear your opinion. 281-587-1540. It's your girl Matchmaker Amber Neal in studio on Funny Fridays with comedian Jennifer Doherty. Give us 2 minutes on Edge Radio, and we'll be right back.
This is Dr. Arango with Arango Chiropractic Clinic to remind you that the knees take a lot of stress and everyday effort. And there are a few simple things that you can do to protect. Avoid walking in unstable ground, wear proper shoes, lose weight, use ice instead of heat, and avoid daily activities which exacerbate the pain such as jogging or climbing stairs. Low or no impact exercises such as swimming and bicycle riding are good for these weight-bearing joints. Physical therapy modalities such as ultrasound and interferential muscle stimulation can also help in the restoration of normal joint function. But most important is the joint manipulation performed by a doctor of chiropractic, which restores the normal joint motion that no other medication, rehabilitation, or therapy can achieve. Regular chiropractic care can restore normal joint function and can also prevent injuries. For the health of it, visit us at 1302 North Shepherd. For an appointment, call us at 713-868-6166.
Contact us at 713-868-6166, or for more information, visit our website at HoustonChiroClinic.com. 713-868-6166.
Business owners, thought leaders, when you're ready to connect with new customers, your radio station has the edge you need to succeed. Call 281-744-0446. For more information, call 281-744-0446.
Has it been too long since you and your partner truly enjoyed each other intimately? Hi, I'm Dr. Viviana Coles, and I believe emotional and physical intimacy go hand in hand. At Houston Relationship Therapy, we help couples and individuals work through the many challenges faced while in relationships. Our experienced and dedicated relationship therapists can help get emotional and physical connection back into your relationship.
Hey guys, welcome back into Funny Fridays here on the all-new Matchmaker Hotline. You're listening to Edge Radio at 101.7 FM, 1540 AM. It's your girl, Matchmaker comedian Amber Neal. I'm in studio on Funny Fridays. Hey, this might be the last time we get to get out for a while because apparently Harris County is locking us back down.
But look, let me tell you, you can get alcohol delivered to you.
Really?
Yes, you can.
Well, you know,
the snacks will deliver. If the illegal daiquiri shop will deliver, and if all those fails, they got an illegal bootleg liquor house in Third Ward. I can give you the directions. Just keep that in my face. I can tell you where you go. So yeah, it's funny, and it's hard. And like you're talking about dating, how do you date in coronavirus
with your mask on? You know what they have been doing? Tinder did a deal where they were doing Tinder dates at the supermarket. So, because people gotta go to the grocery store. So, it's like we meet over at the deli aisle, and I can see what kind of crap you're gonna eat. Because think about that. Have you ever tried to date somebody and y'all eat different ways? That's annoying. Because, like, everything I cook, you're not gonna eat. And I only know how to cook so much. So now I feel like I can't cook.
Because I don't want them to see me in the grocery store and look at my basket
with lust in my eyes or my food.
Well, I don't want them to see us eat for dinner Captain Crunch.
I love Captain Crunch. I got my Captain Crunch.
Junk. I don't eat like food.
I'm the same way. Mm-hmm.
And I'm being embarrassed because he'll look at, like, where's the meat? Where's the vegetables? Yeah. Oh, you can get those. And come to my refrigerator. Like right now, I have milk. I have like 8 boxes of cereal. Some vodka. Couple of Stella Roses, some Crown Royal, apple, and vanilla. There's nothing there. You will not. I don't want them to.
I got all the juices. You got the vodka, so it's a party.
That's when I first meet guys. Because at one point I went through a stage where I was uncomfortable with myself because majority of my life I can count on one hand how many girls I actually hung out with.
Yeah.
Because the majority of the time I hung out with boys. So whatever the guys would do, I would do.
Yeah.
And it took me like forever to grow breast. And so when I finally grew breast, I was excited. I was like, woohoo!
You don't want the boys no more?
Baby, and let me tell you the most embarrassing thing, and I don't want to call his name out because he's an assistant principal at a school. He called me out at Texas Southern University my freshman year. And he was like, look at your mom. She has boobs now. And he said it in front of everybody. I just wanted to hide and run. So, but I just was like, guys, I was like the homeboy. I'm always the homeboy. That's my, that's my dog. And I'm like, but I want to be a girl. I want you to look at me. And it was like, no, you. And then when I got TSU, it was worse. You're turtle. You're turtle. You're a homegirl. Nobody wants to date me. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's always been.
And then when you date externally out of the group, then nobody's good enough.
Oh yeah, and
nobody's good enough.
I kid you not. After I pledged, because they always say you get the big head, and after I pledged, I was like, I'm a dealt tonight. Back then, you didn't want me. Now you all on me. I was treating guys like they were just you want this. You want, you don't. All right. So I was like the guys, I was using my letters to get special recognition. I was, but, but I just have this thing with guys. We always end up being, because I like some of the same things guys like. I love sports.
And cars.
I love cars.
Yeah, me
I
too.
will fight somebody if they say the Astros cheated. I will fight whomever.
Right.
Just meet me on North Shepherd or meet me on the stead. I'm a sports girl. So it's hard. Sometimes guys, and then you do comedy. Yeah. And they know you don't mind ragging on people and you're not afraid to get up there and do your thing. Because like actually with the first guy I was telling you about I dated, he actually came to, our first date was a luncheon. Then he came to my show. Yeah. And I pulled him on stage. And I got to do what I do about that. And I always tell them, if you're going to date me, let me show you what I do.
Exactly.
So you can see, because this may not be the route you want to take. And he thought he could handle it. Now, luckily, I need some advice from you.
Okay.
Because I'm a little nervous. It's a guy.
Yes.
Who wants to take me out.
Okay.
He actually, I have a show in Tampa, Florida. Now, why am I doing my own personal Corona tour? It's sponsored by coronavirus. I met him. Okay. You got to promise not to judge me.
I'm not. I don't care.
I'm a pimp with a gangster limp.
I love it.
Have you ever been scheduled for a date and your date was late and you end up meeting somebody else?
Yeah.
And okay.
That's their problem.
Our first teachers only show, we finished the show, and they had this big teacher conference. Okay. And so the guy I was originally going to meet up with, he was coming from Baton Rouge because he was a principal, and we were going to go have lunch, but he ended up with his staff long, and it took forever. So what ended up happening was I met this other really nice guy, and I'm going to just call him Sexual Chocolate. Or Shorty Mac. Marcus. No, I had panties on.
You showing your age, girl.
So what ended up happening was
Marcus, darling.
No man can resist this. So what ended up happening was he was taking forever to get there. Yeah. And I'm like, dang. So I met this other wonderful guy. He was sweet. I hung out with him, and my original date was still, he was texting me, I'm running late. I'm like, okay.
I'm already on a date.
I'm already on a date.
2 for 1.
Thank you. So he took me and we went upstairs to meet with his friends, and I met his boss. I'm like, okay, cool. And he wanted to go to dinner like the next night. I was like, okay, well, maybe we could. Then my date actually shows up. He was like, I thought you left. So he went to his hotel room. And now mind you, we're all still in the same hotel.
Oh my God.
So I told him, I said, you know what? I had such a wonderful time with you, Sexual Chocolate. I said, but you know what? My friend is here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go, but I'm going to call you. He was like, well, let me walk you to the room.
Here we go. Let me
walk me to my booty call. That's so sweet. They met, shook hands.
No way.
Yeah.
He didn't even care.
This is my friend. We went to college together. I'm telling all this stuff. He was like, great. He was like, okay. And so what we ended up doing was, he was like, it's late. I know I've been holding up your time. So let me just, let's go have a drink because I ain't seen you in this long time. So we had a great time. I went home and I was like, oh God. That was really awkward and uncomfortable.
And awesome at the same time.
And the guy called me. So he and I chit-chatted, and like we've been knowing each other like 3 years now. And he flew out. I told him, matter of fact, when we first started doing the Teachers Only show, we didn't know where we were going. Yeah. Because this was our first time putting it all together.
Yeah.
So he called me and was like, so you're going to be in Lakeland? I was like, yeah, I think. He was like, yeah, I see the name of your tour. You're going to be in Lakeland, and I'm coming to Lakeland to see you. Oh. Now, Lakeland to Sarasota is like about a 45-minute drive. Mm-hmm. So he went to a funeral first, came to see me.
Okay.
And
at least he was dressed nice.
Yes. Yes, he was.
For a minute.
We had an awesome time. then what was so sweet, he actually flew to New York to see me perform in New York.
That's awesome.
And that was awesome too. I was like, oh, Shawty Mac doing it. But the only problem is he's seen my teacher show. He hasn't seen I tried to warn him.
Oh no.
And he saw the video that I had that went viral about me with the police officer.
Yes.
He saw that video and he called me. So is this what my baby doing? She picking up me, I was like, let me explain. Because we were getting ready to get a ticket. So now I said, well, I'm gonna be in Tampa. He was like, I would love to, stop by the show. He was like, no, I'm gonna take you out. I said, so you're gonna drive from Sarasota to Tampa, which is probably about an hour drive.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I want to take you out. Now, I'll be honest. I don't know.
What?
Because the other times I could call the shots because I was on tour. You're coming to see me. Now,
you feel like you're in his...
yeah, like he has the upper hand. And I'm really nervous.
Why? He's into you. I mean, look how much effort he's made.
I know.
So what's the problem? You scared of success?
Girl, I don't know.
I'm serious. The thing is when we've been single a long time, getting into a relationship can be a little intimidating. You're comfortable. Yeah. And I think a lot of it is you've being a comedian, you've had so many men that are attracted to you because of your success and what you do and how awesome you are and your personality. But it is the thing that always causes a problem in the end because guys think they can handle it. But then when you get into that life and you see that the fans are the ones buying the tickets and you can't just treat your fans like garbage.
Yeah.
You got to sign, you got to do pictures, you got to do hugs, not maybe.
And I try to, and one of the problems I have with being a comic, and I blame Al D. Freeman because he cursed me because he said, now that you do comedy, you're never going to have a date life. You're not going to keep a man.
He's talking about him.
Yeah. And so far, the only man I've had consistently in my life is my daddy and Jesus. That's it. That's all I have. And so most men, either they're intimidated by it and won't take you serious because they'll think that if something goes wrong in a relationship, you're going to put the business on stage.
Of course. And we usually do. That's the best stuff.
Oh, yes.
I remember the best show I had was like a week after a breakup, and I found out that he gave me his phone to look at, trying to prove he wasn't doing nothing, and the idiot forgot to delete the other stuff. And so we were locked in a car on a road trip. And so when we got to the airport, I didn't even realize there was cops around and everything. But I threw his stuff out, punched him out at the airport, and told him to get on the plane.
See, and that's crazy. You shouldn't have to do all of that.
No, but I did.
So
I came out of character.
On the stage. And I remember
I did it.
I did a show with Soul Corridas Entertainment.
It was
Carlos,
hilarious.
And the guy showed up at the show.
Nuh-uh.
And he was with someone.
What?
He tried to sit in the back.
That's so extra.
But the girl had bought the ticket. And she didn't know.
She didn't know. Right.
She went, baby.
Oh, my God.
I rolled that butt out.
Oh, I know you did.
When he saw me after the show, she was like, you were so funny. And I was like,
did you know I was talking about your man? Y'all want to do a picture?
He was like, you were all right. I said, Did you like the joke when I said the Viagra in the salad? I still should push charges on you. Whatever. So it's hard. And then you have some that, like comedian, good friend of mine, Capone, did another show at
New York.
And he made a joke about, he didn't know I was a comedian. And he did
Capone did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because he was like, this the comic, this is Jennifer Germany, she's tiny.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah. And so after he saw my stage show, he was like, girl, you larger than life. And he got on stage, and the guy I was dating at that time was there. And he said, dang, little Jennifer, I didn't know you get on like that. Y'all on little Jennifer tonight. And the guy I was dating was there. Needless to say, 2 days later, he said, Jennifer, I don't think this is going to work.
It happened. I'm telling you, it's like they get so into it, but then it's like, because our male comedian friends, especially, listen, we probably shouldn't bring you to the show if we're dating you, because our male comedian friends, if we don't roast you and talk trash on stage, our friends will.
Our friends don't do it, and that's what we can do about it. But what's crazy is I also had a guy to tell me, because he saw the show, he thought I was like the show in real life.
See,
we went out on a date. And this man, 2 days later, he was like, I don't know if this is going to work. I said, why? He was like, where's the girl I saw on stage? Where's she at? I said,
I get paid to be that person.
Yeah, I get paid. You got a check? We getting a bag?
Mm-hmm.
And so he was just like, because you're kind of boring.
Like, what's your cash app?
Like,
I can get real interesting real quick.
Yeah, so either they start liking the persona you put on stage, or it's just too much, or being that comedy's male dominated.
Yeah,
and
they get starstruck with the people too. I swear they act worse than high school girls sometimes.
That brings me to another date I had, and this was recently. I tried to do one coronavirus date, and it didn't work out. We met at a park. It was cool. You in your car, I'm in my car. We're talking, and who was I on the phone with? It was either Billy Sorrells. No. Oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Corey Holcomb.
Okay.
And he's like, "That's Corey Holcomb? You know Corey Holcomb?
See?
The Corey Holcomb? Yeah. Corey Holcomb. Yeah. Oh, can I say hi? What?
Really?
So he became a fan.
Really? Can I say hi?
Mm-hmm. Then I have those that want to meet everybody, and it's just like, okay, so it's really hard.
I mean, because men don't want to be used for their money or their stats or their stature or what they have. But it's the same thing. I mean, just because you just happen to be an entertainer and a lot of celebrities, that doesn't. You don't want to feel like that's why somebody's trying to holler at you.
And the guy that lives in Sarasota, he's really a great guy. Mm-hmm. Whenever he would fly out to see me, you're my date. I don't want you to feel like you work for me,
right?
Exactly. He was always wanting to help. Let me carry the bag. You need help. Because when we first started Teachers Only, we prayed that it would be a success.
It was huge.
It was Eddie B's vision. We rolled with it, but we had no idea that it would hit and have the impact that it did. Like, this was larger than life, and so it was kind of hard. We're at the Beacon Theater,
and we're
at these different theaters, and somebody came to see me and hang out with me. Now I've turned them to selling my merchandise. I turned them into packaging, and I'm like, okay. So I tried to say, no, just sit down. I got it. He was like, no, I'm a man. Let me help you. Yeah. I'm so used to doing things for myself. I don't know how to let a man lead. And what turns me on, the type of man, I hope everybody's listening. I want a man to lead me. I don't want to always have to be the stronger person in the relationship, because it has broken me to the point where I don't know how to accept a guy's help. Like, one of the things my friend from Florida told me, he said, my type of woman is a woman that needs me. And I'm like, oh,
but that's most men, though. It really is.
But what about me from you? Because really, I can do everything by myself.
But that's the thing. It's we can't
I can do a lot of stuff by myself.
Oh, I know. I
got a new husband.
And
hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy. I like old schools too. I got the blue pill in my purse.
She was talking.
So you can't say date free, because I'm letting you know. I'm gonna put it in your little bottle of water, okay?
It's so funny. Speaking of sex,
yes.
Celebrity Chef Paul Freeman is watching the show, and he wrote in and he wants to know, at what point do you think it's acceptable to be intimate because anything you gain hastily does not flourish? Do you agree with that? If you guys want to call in and jump in on that conversation, 281-587-1540, or Paul, you want to call in and jump in, let us know, 281-587-1540, since you asked the question. But while we're waiting on that, let's go back to what you said. That is honest to God, the number one thing I hear from my female matchmaking clients is that I intimidate men, and they feel like I don't need them, and we can't lead with I don't need you, because that is their basic blueprint. Okay, no matter how much women's life is evolved.
I understand the concept of need. What do you need?
Like that's their blueprint. They're
explain need.
So they're basically they've been groomed to be the protector, the provider, the solution person. They want to fix it. Guys love to fix it, whatever the problem is, right? And I think it's just when you say, I don't need you, then they're kind of looking at you like, well, what do you need me for? And you're like, well, I don't. But I do. I need you for different things than I used to need you for.
I need you for things that don't
require battery.
But it's just that because I've been single for so long, off and on, I don't know how to let the doubt, because I've gotten to the point where There are 3 people I know I can depend on: God, Jesus, and my dad. I told you, my daddy can't.
Your dad is a dad. Your dad is true.
So I don't know how to, and I tell guys, look, I don't know. I can really try, but I don't know how good I'm. You have to explain this to me,
because you got to slow down and make them prove that they're worthy of your trust, because you're not going to follow unless you trust them.
Want me to tell you the best pickup line I've ever heard in my life?
I got to hear this.
Now let me make this perfectly clear. I'm enjoying you. You're beautiful. But I don't want to date you yet. I don't want a relationship yet. I don't even want to sleep with you yet. I want to get to know you, every inch of you, until I have gained your respect and trust, and I'm worthy enough to hold your hand.
Love it. Mac Daddy. Casanova. Yep, Daddy. That's that old school player.
It was the best pickup line ever.
That's from the 70s.
Exactly. It's like Willie Dynamite.
Dynamite?
Baby. I think that's what got me. I'm like, I never had no man to say that.
But did it work?
No.
Okay.
But I forgave him. It's like...
But the thing is, there are men that are having more feminine energy, and they actually like a woman to lead them, so it's not just, now that women's lib has evolved to where we really don't need men for the things we used to. You got to have that conversation and find out what kind of man are they. Are they more traditional? Are they more that want to lead, or they want you to lead them?
But see, the problem with lead, I'm just old school. I believe the man should be the head of the household.
Okay.
Now, does that mean you tell me everything to do? No, you can. No, I just need a stern man, to lead. I actually like a man that's not afraid to say, Jennifer, sit down. No,
right.
That stimulates me. It's like, ooh, Zaddy said no. Sit down.
But see, the thing you're also working against is that you do comedy, and for example, if I'm dating a new guy, I am mortified at him going back and looking at my old stuff, because it's super dirty, it's super sexual. It was stuff when I was like super single or after a breakup. You know what I mean? And it was like who I was 10 years ago is not the same stuff. You know what I mean? But that's still who you are. And I feel like it's good because they need to see that. They need to see who you really are off stage. But the thing about it is they hear that. And the thing about it, no matter how much women's lib has evolved, men that are traditional in that biblical sense, they still typically want a woman that's not so open or casual about sex.
And I think that was the issue with the last person I dated. Mm-hmm. You talked a good talk, but when it came through with the follow through, my lifestyle and how I live may have been too much, and maybe you did need a traditional type of woman. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I've been told
but
that.
There's nothing traditional. I would show up in the bedroom with a dominatrix outfit on and purple hair and say thunder, 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 cats. That's just me. And I didn't know. And a lot of guys, another thing, a lot of guys get intimidated. Why do you know so many men? He was like, I had one guy say, well, you know a lot of male comics, okay, but I was at Prairie View and some guys knew you. I went to Jackson State, some guys. A lot of people know me because I'm very active, from my sorority to the school
and the community.
Mm-hmm. Everybody knows me, so they feel like it's an underlying something going on.
Of course.
And then I have some guys one guy, he said, you know too many Omegas. I said, those are my frat brothers. I love them. And he was like, why do they all say nice stuff about? Why are you going investigating me? Like because he knew I was a Delta, and he had a cousin or somebody that was Omega, and he was like, do you know about this girl? And he was like, yeah, I know her. He was like, I'm thinking he was gonna have to call somebody and ask. They knew you, and then I knew this guy that was a Kappa. They knew you. Why do everybody at TSU know you? I said, I was the unofficial Miss TSU. You didn't know that.
Hello.
And he said, I said, I'm a nice person. I have one of those personalities that people.
You don't mean a stranger.
But I'm finding out that that's hard for some men to take.
It really is. I've been told many times I'm too much. And it's okay. Like, I know I am a handful. I know I have my ways. And I know, like, honestly, because as a comedian, you don't really just walk around and think, oh, I'm a comedian. You don't really think. No. You're yourself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because, like, the things that your normal response compared to, like, maybe the average woman's response, like, I will go in and roast you. I'm playing with you, but they can't handle it. Like, they're all sensitive about it.
Or they can say stuff to you and you can throw it back at them like, ha!
Yeah.
And I always tell guys, I've hung out with too many guys in my life from working with I had a scholarship at TSU to be a football equipment manager.
Wow.
I had to suit up like 53 guys every weekend, wash clothes, fix helmets. You know, they help pay for school. So they're easily intimidated. And it's like, look, I can't let you get in between me and my money.
Seriously.
Or then we forgot this type of guy. The guy that just starts dating you and then all of a sudden he wants to be your manager.
Oh, I love that. That's my favorite. That was the guy in 14. He would just all of a sudden he was involved and I was like,
oh, I broke up with a guy because he lied to the promoter, told him he was my manager, and he got my check. And he opened my envelope.
Girl.
And he counted my money.
No.
I
See,
it's not gonna
that's not going to work.
So
I heard my dude on the phone with somebody like, yeah, we've got all these venues we can do shows at, and we've got the improv. When did we get that? I could have sworn it said Love and Laughter. Like, did I say your name on it, or was that my brand? Okay.
But my question to you, because you're a matchmaker, what do you think is wrong with me?
Girl,
why am I not finding Mr.
This is only a 2-hour show.
Oh, well, shit.
I'm just playing with you. No, it's nothing's wrong. You're very traditional in a lot of ways, but that's where people don't understand the comedian and the artist part. You have it uphill. You have an uphill battle because you're a comedian, and because even though some of the material and things you talk about now are old, they're still judging you. People are so judgmental, and the thing is, it's just you've got to know. The biggest thing is knowing your worth.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because if you don't believe that you deserve the best, you're going to settle. And you're going to keep settling, or you're going to sabotage. You could get, like, you got a guy that's like, oh, this is too good to be true. This isn't going to work out. The thing is, you got to completely make sure you're healed from everything in your past that hurt you. Cut the cord energetically, let it go.
And that's the reason why I found it to be important. If there's room for forgiveness, forgive and let go.
Amen.
Because if you can't forgive, you're not going to let go. And I don't like, it takes too much energy
to become bitter.
And stay mad.
Those are
and
bitter.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a bitter Betty. So a lot of times, that's the reason why me and a lot of my exes, majority, we can still, what's up, girl? And we still have a good time because, you know, I'm a sucker for a good apology. And you're sincere, you own your wrong, you apologize, I can forgive. Because I'm not the type of person. But it's like, I don't know.
I want you to live by 2 rules for the next 30 days and try it.
Don't say no sex.
2 rules. I'm not going to say that. Number 1, live by these 2 philosophies. Number 1, people do what they want to do, and people do what you let them. If they ain't, they don't want to. And if you let them too soon, then that's on you.
And that brings us back to
you got to chill, man.
That question the guy said, when is it okay
to be intimate? So, you know, Steve Harvey has a book, 90 Days, and you know, Think Like a Man. And, you know, I agree with the concept as far as making them earn it. I don't know that there's a time frame. I've seen people have sex on their first date and they live happily ever after.
Marty Finkelstein, the guy that saved me from getting beat up like the last time. Hey, Marty,
I'm gonna just real quick before we have to go into break. But, you know, I think it's just really important to get to know somebody on the friendship level. Check their background, get around their family, make sure if you ever thought about, you know, having a family, you definitely want to make sure this is somebody that you agree on parenting styles. You want to talk about the things, you know how many couples are actually, the divorce requests went up 50% during quarantine. People are getting divorced. And even people like Will Smith and Jada were saying, we've been together 20 years and I didn't even know them until quarantine. It's very important that you have something beyond sex, because if the sex is what holds you, that's like a third of your relationship.
You're right. But
it ain't going to maintain you.
If you get a relationship and the sex is garbage, oh my God.
No, I'm not saying that either, because I really think sex is probably like a third of the relationship. It's got to be there. But think about this. If you can't have sex or you're sick or whatever, that's when people leave each other and they abandon each other when the hard times come up. You got to be with somebody that's going to be with you regardless of sex. One of my I'm going to leave you out with this. We're going to take a quick break. One of my favorite memes I ever saw was these two models. They were in college together. They got married. They were on the red carpet. It was like a split screen. And the left side was like them and their model on the red carpet. The other side was where her face had completely burned off in a fire, but he still was like, that's my baby. You saw that one? That is what you need to look for. Anything beyond, you got to go to the inner beauty, the inner soul, the inner, and make people work for it. Make people earn it. Like, just make them qualify. Build the friendship.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I guess I could give to one of my exes, and I'll call his name out because he's a good guy, David. But he was still.
Pause that for a second. We got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're here about David. All right, guys, you listen to that.
We got my whole Rolodex.
Matchmaker Hotline.
And if it wasn't good, I'm calling your name out.
And when we come back, if we get time, we're going to talk about 8 signs you're dating a keeper here on the Matchmaker Hotline on Edge Radio 101.7 FM, 1540 AM on the all-new Matchmaker Hotline. Give us 2 minutes.
Yeah. What's up, good people? What are y'all doing?
Dallas of Houston, 1540 AM, and K269GS, Pasadena, 101.7 FM.
Our business is helping your business from Galveston to Houston and beyond. 1540 KGBC.
Well, give us a call. 281-744-0446. 281-744-0446.
Houston, 1540 AM, and K269GS, Pasadena, 101.7 FM.
Hey guys, welcome back into Funny Fridays here on the Matchmaker Hotline. It's your girl, matchmaker comedian Amber Neal. I'm in studio with the very funny, oh my gosh, super hilarious, super single,
ready to mingle,
comedian Jennifer. We've been talking about her love life, and so if you missed it, go back to Edge Radio Network, go to Facebook, you can watch the whole show again.
Yeah.
Start a watch party, share it. We appreciate the support.
Yeah, please share it. Everybody share this.
You guys can call in too. Y'all can call into the hotline 281-587-1540. Just to touch on one thing Paul was asking us before the break is when to be intimate. Steve Harvey says 90 days, and I think that's a good time frame. But let's be real. Okay, let's be real. There's chemistry, and it depends. To me, it depends if you had a friendship for years before, or if you just met. So if you've known them and you already know the important things. I know their family. I know what they believe in. I know how they are as a man. If you know who they are as a friend, then that time frame will probably shorten just naturally, right?
Yeah.
But a stranger, you need to do the work and find out those things.
Especially if it's a stranger, a complete stranger, you definitely need to do the work. Growing up, I used to believe that you had to wait 90 days. Yeah. And I would try to do the 90 days. But I found out sometimes you can wait 90 days.
It don't matter.
Or you can wait 24 hours. and you can still end up with the same result.
Because y'all saw the guys in the movie where they're like, okay, I went till the 90 day and I'm out. It don't matter.
I'm going to hit it.
Yeah.
I'm hitting it and quit.
That's it.
And I actually respect guys.
They got other girls along the 90 days. That's the funny thing you're missing. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd rather for a guy, and this is going to sound completely crazy, and you probably going to say, oh, you are thoughtalicious. I would rather for a guy to just be completely open and honest with me. Don't feed me that I just want to hold your hand and get to know you and do that. No. I will have more respect for a guy that will sit up and say, look, Jennifer, I really like you. I think you're hot. But honestly, I don't want a relationship. But I would just love to swing him down.
Yeah.
And I would have more respect for him because at least he's being open and honest.
I'm the same way.
And I can make that choice. Other than the guy that's leading you on, just grooming you to do the same thing. So a guy told me a long time ago, when you're grown, you know what's right and what's best for you.
Amen.
He said, so if you wait, what's the difference between 90 days and 48 hours?
You know a lot more about them in 90 days. But the thing is that...
But do you really know a lot about them?
But that's what I'm saying. Because
remember, I dated somebody for 8 months and did not know.
See, this girl that was just murdered by her boyfriend of 10 years. I mean, the thing is, you will never fully know because we evolve. No. We evolve and we change. But you can know the things like their family and what they believe in and like if they're stable and if they're consistent.
No, I do ask for stuff like social security numbers. I'm just going to be honest with you. I let my friends see who I'm going out with. So if I turn up dead or something, this is who I'm with.
This is who did
I'm
it.
going to let everybody know. I'm going to say we're at this place. But you just never get, because even with the guy that I experienced the domestic violence with, I waited 60 days and the same outcome. So you just really gotta be careful and really pay attention to signs.
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta know the person.
Negative things about moms.
If you start with a lie, it's usually going to end with a lie. How you get them is how you lose them usually. So if just because he left you for her or left her for you, he's probably going to leave you for somebody else. I mean,
and I'm a firm believer too. You see what you have now.
We ignore that.
If you decide to go back, that's you. If you continue on, that's you. That's why whenever my friends come to me, Jennifer, what should we do? Because see, I have done enough. Doing stakeouts at men houses. I just finally told my ex-boyfriend, you know, me and my homegirl did a stakeout. I want to send a shout out to my girl Jennifer Wolf, my ride. We would go, because I had my female intuition was kicking in. And Dr. Shep has a joke about stalking, right? And I laughed at the joke because we did that. And she's like, okay, let's get ready for the stakeout. I'm like, yeah. So we go in the house, we put on all this black. Then we get close to the house. She said, gotta go by the store.
Whose car?
Huh?
Did y'all get a new car? I mean, a different car?
We used her car because he had never seen her car.
Okay.
So then she tells me, we gotta go to the store. What are we getting from the store? You gotta get your stakeout snacks. What? I said, girl, we need stakeout snacks.
Yeah.
We go into the store. We getting Starburst, Skittles, chocolate, Gatorade, just everything. Sunflower seeds, and we are sitting in the car. And I'm looking at her because she told me she's done this before.
Right.
I said, so what do we do? She said, we wait. 15 minutes later, what do we do now? We wait. 2 hours, what do we do?
That's a long time.
Still waiting. So we were in the car for like 3 hours. And then she says, let's go. What are we doing? We're going to go upstairs. We go up the stairs. We heard something drop. Or we heard something. We ran back down the stairs, got in the car, and took off. I said, I knew he was cheap. I knew he was cheap. She said, that's okay. We're going to go back Friday. What we're going to do Friday? We're going to teach him a lesson. Yeah, okay. So we get black again.
Every girl's like, yes, let's go.
Yeah. You got to have one crazy friend. So what we did was, he had this big, beautiful potted plant on his balcony. I climbed up the balcony, and it was like, so when I go up the stairs, his apartment door is here. Then you have the little wall. Then you have the back. So I had to crawl over. I got the plant and chunked it. This plant had to be about 50 pounds. Chunked it. And I forgot that I had to get down. So I couldn't talk, because by the time I chunked it, I heard him getting up. So the next thing I just jumped over the balcony and hit the bushes. My homegirl down in the seat.
Did she record record that because that's fun. You want something to go viral. That's it. We've all had those moments. You know what, ladies? I'm sorry. There's something I live by now that I wish I'd known in my 20s. I'm telling you, if it disturbs my peace, it is too expensive.
And let me tell you,
seriously,
ladies, like you said, know your worth. No man is worth going to jail behind, because I almost went to jail.
You could have.
And I almost had a guy, I thought this one guy was going to press charges against him because I popped him in the face and in the chest and the nose and bled. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, man up. I had an ex to call. Matter of fact, it was the guy that I threw the
and called daddy over. That your daddy was busy.
Yeah, my dad. I could not tell.
There's some things I can't tell my daddy.
And so he and I, we broke up, and it was like, okay, you owe me some money. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you, you can break my heart, but you're not gonna kill my wallet. Let's have church. You can break my heart, but you're not gonna break my wallet.
Seriously.
So okay, you gonna go with another one. That's cool. Let's shoot, boo. But I need that $650. So he thought it was a joke. He said, "Come by and get it." All right. So, ladies, when you're going through a challenging relationship, do not go to that hype friend. That too ride or die friend.
Behind everyone is a crazy best friend with crazy ideas.
That ain't scared to go, because they will amp you up
all the way.
When I tell you,
have you on 10?
I was on 20.
Oh yeah.
So I told him, when I come back, you gotta have $650. So I didn't know that he was going to the airport to pick up this woman.
Oh wow.
Pick up a whole nother woman. I didn't care. I'm about my money. So I go to my friend's house. We have drinks, and she get me liquor lit.
Oh yeah, liquid courage.
I'm ready. I go back 1 o'clock in the morning, knock it on the door. I hear the man say, "Oh," I said, "That's right, it's me, ding dong," like I'm Cardi B. He came to the door, my money. Look, let me tell you something. You can't come to my house this morning. Next thing I know, and he was older than me. So if you think dating an older man is gonna work, you're still in the same boat. Some of them fools. All I know is, all the Homestead, Texas came out of me. I pushed this man, because he was 15 years my senior. I pushed him until he fell down, and I just tapped his chest. Now the girl ran, jumped in the shower. I said, "Oh, so you got your girl here?" I went in the shower, and it was funny to me. This girl ran and hid in the shower.
I mean, look, how can you really hide in the shower? I mean,
shut up, open it. I said, "Girl, get your butt out this. Ain't nobody gonna fight you. Put your clothes." I gave her girl, put your clothes on. Ain't nobody worried about you. So he said, "I'll call the cops." I said, "I'm from the north side. I don't care. All your hood come out. I'm from the stand. You mean?" Baby, he really did call them laws.
He did?
Yes, he did. And 2 nice little Caucasian police officers. They were really nice. Really nice, thank God. And baby, when I saw them silver bracelets get pulled out, I said, Jesus. And so the man had one of the cuffs on me. And I said, "But sir, let me explain." So I explained it to him, and I got my phone, and I showed him. I said, "He told me to come get my money." I said, "Sir, I don't care. He can mess with all the women he wants. I don't care. I want $650." So he goes in the house. He says, "Do you owe her money?" He said, "Because I see you sent her a text message. Just give the girl her money." "Well, I can't get it tonight." He said, "You need to get this woman her money tonight."
For real.
So
thank God. What a blessing.
Because the cop, when I showed the cop everything, and the cop was like, "I get it. You really just want your money. I want all my money.
All my money.
I am not playing." So we're waiting outside. Mind you, at this point, he has both handcuffs on me. And and I was just thinking like, "Oh God, I could go to jail. I could go." So the dude went and came back, and he had $500. I said, $650. And the cop said, "Somebody need to give this girl $150 so she can go."
Seriously.
So the girl that he flew to Houston gave me $200.
Nuh-uh.
And so I said, "Do you want change?" And the cop said, "Man, just leave."
Man, you were covered that night. Not only did you not go to jail, you got your money.
Because, as an educator, they check your records.
Yeah.
So I was so lucky. And you know what's the sick thing about it is?
Wow.
We ended up on the phone like 3 days later. He was like, "Girl, you're so crazy."
And he thought it was cute?
I don't know. And you know what? What's
God.
crazy? That was like 5 years ago. Now he's like one of my best friends. He was like, "Whenever I need somebody, I'm coming to get you. You're crazy. I said, well, put these hands. Don't let these degrees fool you.
I don't want you to feel bad because I can tell you personally, it is. I have definitely dated guys that had. Like, it's so cool in the beginning. They're so they're so inspired by all the ambition and the things you do. But it is. I was thinking of another guy who was just like he was a deacon in his church. He was a police officer, and he was
two of the biggest sinners. Two of the biggest sinners. The deacon and girl, that's double sin now.
And he flat out told me, he's like, "You're too much woman for me. I can't handle it. I can't handle your lifestyle." So he got married twice in the last, year, whatever, 10 years since I've known him. And it's just, I'm like, well, you missed your blessing because it was right here, but you couldn't handle it. But it's okay. It's not for everybody. That's what I'm saying. Just, it's okay. Don't internalize if guys can deal with that. That has nothing to do with it.
I'm like that little girl on YouTube with that video about working. She said, working is ghetto. She said, I know God said it's not our time, his time. What time is it, God? What time, Lord? I'm 45, 55, still alive. I'm ready to be sellable. But, it's just crazy. And I be wanting to do the younger thing because people say, just get your young guy. I cannot date younger because I don't know what they...
It's usually just sex, though. You know what I mean? It's usually sometimes they have relationships. If it's younger.
My thing is, I'm always too scared that they have been in my class.
You stalking the college campuses? I mean, how young?
Well, first of all, I'm not even like, at one point I was put on probation. I was banned from University of Houston.
Girl.
I was.
You are hilarious.
They forgave me. Yeah, baby. Let me tell you, when I say I love you, it's to death do we part. I walked all the way from Ted Wester. I walked Scotch. I went to the Cougar, whatever it was. I love you. And they call him police. Oh man, it was like, you cannot come back over again. But it's just interesting.
You need a man that's more accomplished. You need a man that's comfortable and thinks it's cute what you do and not intimidated by that. And he's cultural and he's world traveled and he's not intimidated by anything that you're trying to do. He has money. He's stable. There's nothing about you that he doesn't already have. You cannot build a boo and think that's going to work in your situation. Not build a boo. You got to have. You're very accomplished as a comedian, so you have to have somebody accomplished as well.
My mom told me I needed to pray.
You do need to pray.
So can we do a quick prayer?
Yes.
Okay. I need everybody to come into the house. Come on in the room. I said, come on in. I haven't even prayed yet, and the Lord has delivered.
Stevie Ray's in the building.
The Lord, you baby. Hey, Daddy, how you doing? I just want to say thank you, Lord. Father God up above the sky, I just want to thank you for a great day.
Yes.
I'm coming to you to tell you what I need today, Lord. I need a man that's about, how tall are you, sir?
6'5".
I need a man that's 6'5".
Glory.
How much? What size is your tennis shoe?
13.
Yes, Lord, he has delivered. Is your name Stan? Well, your name's Stanley today. Just call yourself Zaddy. Lord, I'd like to thank you for delivering me my blessing, and I didn't even complete the prayer. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. I am getting married. Hey, Daddy. I don't know what show you on, but I want to be in it. We can make a movie. Do you watch this channel? Pornhub.
Thought I saw you somewhere.
You don't watch it? Oh, you watch Triple XL?
I watch it.
Triple XL?
No.
Which one?
There's a lot of them out there. You didn't know it?
Oh, I just watched 3.
Oh, just 3. Okay.
I just watched. No, I don't. In case my daddy watching this, I do not watch.
Your daddy probably watching.
My dad. You know what I'm getting my dad for his birthday next year? For his 74th birthday, I'm taking my dad to a strip club.
Oh,
my dad says he wants to go to a strip club, so I'm going to take my daddy.
What has he been waiting on?
Well, he's waiting for me. He said, I want somebody to take me. I said, Daddy, I'll take you. He said, you can't go into a yes, you can. And I used to have and I want to apologize to all the male exotic dancers in Houston. Going way back to hard bodies, gentlemen,
what's the one on
Esquire, Super. Yeah, crank that you. Yes, he can crank that you. Oh, and let me tell you, the love of my life. is this man named Footlong.
Footlong.
Yes. He used to go to TSU.
We'll do our imagination.
I am going to every subway and find this man. Yes, Lord.
Girl, you are so funny.
I met his body before I knew his name. And I'll tell you they named him well. But I want to apologize to all exotic entertainers that, I'm sorry. I thought $1 really got all of that. I'm sorry, my bad. And see what I used to do sometimes was so crazy when you throw your money at them, they'll be dancing, getting your money, and I had the other hand sneaking the other money back. So I'm giving you 5, but I'm getting 20.
Girl, we gotta go. This show. We have run out of time. We have had so much fun with you today, girl. We got Stevie Ray coming up next on the Edge Radio. But how do people get in touch with you? Because you are hilarious. And if y'all want to meet Jennifer, holler at me. I'll filter it out for you.
You can catch me on social media on Facebook at Jennifer, last name Germany, spelled with a J, Jermany. You can also catch me on Instagram, Jennifer_Germany, Germany, and also Twitter, Jennifer Germany _ that whole thing. And also I got a program that I want to tell you guys about. We know that our current society, we're going through some things, cultural things. Mm-hmm. And I just want us to know that at the end of the day, we're all God's children. Amen. Mm-hmm. You bleed the way I bleed.
That's right.
When you hurt, I should hurt.
That's right.
And we really need to work with our children because one state said that they had 10,000 kids to not log in to finish the semester.
That's
10,000. So a group of friends of mine called Black Light, we have created a program that we want to work with inner city schools, at-risk kids. Okay. We want to cultivate them, develop programs to help them plan out future endeavors. We want to build up those reading scores. And most importantly, we want to work with educators with how to work with at-risk kids. Because a lot of times they go through these Teach for America programs.
Yeah.
And let me tell y'all something. The stuff, when you learn all the codes of teaching, let me tell you, your first week in the classroom, you're going to want to go back to that university and say, give me my money back, because half of it does not work. And one of the biggest questions that was asked on the Teachers Only tour by people who were non-African Americans were, how do I communicate and work with children of color? And the biggest reason, they said, because I don't want to be caught in a situation where I say something and I'm projected as being a racist.
It's the wrong
I said, you treat them the same way you treat.
Yeah.
And a lot of them will fearful, and they will pull me to the side and say, how do you do this? How do you do this? I say, treat them the same way. But unfortunately, some of our current status quo is not really training and developing educators to how to adequately work with children in these communities and these upbringings. So Black Light, we're starting our program. It'll go full blast in the fall.
Okay.
You can also, if you want more information about Black Light, coming into your school, doing seminars, or working with your children, doing professional developments, we would love to come in and let you take the fear out of being so culturally scared, because right now everybody's so culturally tense. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to cause a stir.
Yeah.
We want to get you in the classroom where you can comfortably educate children of all colors, of all socioeconomic backgrounds. So Black Light, you can hit me up at Jennifer Germany. I'm single. Shout out to my family, the Germanys, the Joneses, the Jacksons, everybody, and peace out.
All right, guys, we have got to get out of here, but thanks to Maridate.com, all of our guests today will receive free travel benefits. And if you want more information about being on the show, matchmaking or date coaching, hit me up at amberneal.com. And it is Friday, so we're out of here. Have a great weekend, and we will see you back for Maridate Monday here on Edge Radio at 101.7 FM, 1540 AM. Up next, Stevie Ray. Y'all stay tuned.
Girl, you know what I just thought about when I was looking at my thing?
Call 713-542-2221 or book online at HoustonRelationshipTherapy.com. Schedule your appointment today and rediscover intimacy now at Houston Relationship Therapy.
1540 AM and 101.7 FM Houston, Pasadena, Clear Lake, Galveston.
Our business is helping your business from Galveston to Houston and beyond. 1540 KGBC.
Well, give us a call. 281-744-0446. 281-744-0446. 1540 AM and 101.7 FM. Edge Radio.
Advertising doesn't cost you money, it makes you money.
Well, give us a call. 281-744-0446. 281-744-0446.
They say singing can help you remember things, so here's some tips for parents out there during these tough times.
Number 1.
Make sure your kids wash their hands for 20 seconds after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside.
2.
Virtual play dates. Social and physical distancing can help save lives.
3.
Tell them they're safe and show your love and pride. Yes, we'll get through this together. Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
Are you ready to be pushed over the edge? Edge Radio, coming soon to 1540 AM and 101.7 FM Houston, Pasadena, Clear Lake, Galveston.
Different techniques of healing are available under the professional care of a licensed doctor of chiropractic's trained hands. Everyone's body is different, and maintaining health and vitality requires individual attention and expert examination. Come by for an individual consultation and physical evaluation. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, visit Arango Chiropractic Clinic at 1302 North Shepherd and have the health experience of your life. For an appointment, call us at 713-868-6166. That's 713-868-6166.
Been feeling a little edgy lately? Listen to Edge Radio. That'll push you over the top. 1540 AM and 101.7 FM.
Text and work.
text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working.
Who, me?
Text and whatever, just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back pain can be very disabling, and when your back pain radiates down your buttocks and legs, it's called sciatica, and it can disrupt most of your activities of daily living, such as work and exercise. Hello, this is Dr. Arango with Arango Chiropractic Clinic to inform you that back pain and sciatica are two completely different things. Low back pain is usually due to strain or injury to the joints, muscles, and ligaments supporting the back, with the pain focused on the muscles next to the spine, and potentially it can move into the buttocks. Sciatica implies inflammation of the sciatic nerve and is most commonly associated with a herniated disc. If you are experiencing low back pain or sciatica, please call us at 713-868-6166. 713-868-6166, or look us up at HoustonChiroClinic.com.
1540 AM and 101.7 FM Houston, Pasadena, Clear Lake, Galveston.
Your greatest wealth is health. This health capsule is brought to you by Arango Chiropractic Clinic. The nervous system controls the function of every cell in our body, and as such, it controls every aspect of our lives. This is why maintaining a properly functioning nervous system is essential to a normal, healthy life. Because of its focus on the nervous system, chiropractic care can be a very important part of a wellness lifestyle. By restoring the integrity of the spine and nervous system with a safe and natural method of care, your doctor of chiropractic can help you live a more healthy, productive, and happy life. For the health of it, visit us at 1300